So under the root, if I write imperfect square, it's an irrational number present. So if you can write denominator as product of 2 power m and 5 power n, then it's a terminating. 2 and 5 both may be factors, or any one should be compulsorily factor. A number which cannot be written in the form p by q, where p and q are integers. This co-prime means what? Two numbers are said to be co-prime if they do not have any common factor. Welcome to the session, dear students. In my last class, I taught you problems based on HCF and LCM. Now, in today's session, we'll study special number system, that is irrational numbers, rational numbers, and also we'll discuss concept like surds. Now, what is a surd? An irrational root of rational number is a surd. A rational root of rational number is a surd. Root 2 is a surd. Root 3 is a surd. And root 7 is also a surd. So under the root, if I write imperfect square, it's an irrational number. Irrational number present says it's a surd. So now before we'll go ahead with so many other examples also. So next we have transcendental number. What is a transcendental number? See, an irrational number which is not a surd is called as transcendental. See, but it's an irrational number but not a surd. For example, pi. Pi is a transcendental number. We cannot call it as surd. It's a number pi. You know, pi is 22/7, but it recurs and exact value is unknown. So we call this as transcendental number. Next we have recurring decimals. See, recurring decimal representation in which all the digits after certain stage repeats. All the digits after certain stage is repeated. We call them as what? Recurring. 1/3. 1/3 is what? 0.333 it goes on. Not only that, 10/3. 10/3, if you divide 3.33s are 9, 0.33333 it goes on. It never ends. So we say 3.3 bar. Here 0.3 bar. Bar means what? It repeats. So we call them as what? Recurring decimals. What we call them as? Recurring decimal. 1/3 is recurring decimal. 10/3 is recurring decimal. These are all recurring decimals. They are non-terminating. They will never end. And it recur. Recur means what? Repeats. Same digit is repeated in this. Now in this we have mixed recurring decimals. Very interesting. See there, when I take 1/3, 0.33 same number repeats. But in mixed recurring decimal, a decimal in which some digits after the decimal point are not repeated, then some digit or digits will be repeated. After certain decimal, they will not repeat. Then again they will start repeating. See, 6.12555. So after 12, this repeats. After certain digit, repetition occurs. Now, we'll have some important cases. That is, when I give you a fraction, when I give you a number of the form p by q, whether it's a terminating decimal or not, how to decide. So you no need to exactly divide. See, suppose if x is p by q, x is p by q is a rational number such that the prime factorization of q is 2 power n into 5 power m. Means denominator you are able to write in 2 power n into 5 power m. In p by q, I have given a fraction. What is a fraction? So p by q. In that, I will talk about only denominator. That denominator, if you can write in the form 2 power n into 5 power m, and this decimal expansion of p by q terminates. Decimal expansion will end. Decimal expansion will terminate. When, if you can write denominator as product of 2 power n and 5 power m. Now, the denominator na 2 power m into 5 power n formal baradre, then it is terminating. No need to actually divide. Without actual division, just if I give a number, say suppose I will give p divided by 20 or 3 divided by 15. It's terminating decimal or not, how to decide? I can write 1/5. So denominator can be written as 5 power 1 and 2 power 0. We don't have to. So if you can write any number in the form of, or better example I will take to make it simplify. So now we have to decide whether p by q terminates. Terminate means what? Ends or not. For example, 2/10. 2/10 terminates. What is 2/10? If you divide it with 0.2, it ends. It ends. ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹೌ ಟು ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್, ಹೌ ಟು ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್? 10. 10 can be written as 2 into 5. I can write it as 2 power 1 into 5 power 1. So if you can write denominator as product of 2 power m and 5 power n, then it's a terminating. Now this is terminating. If I write 1 by 3, so I cannot write 3 as 2 power n and 5 power m. I cannot write like this, because for 3, 2 and 5 both are not factors. So therefore this is non-terminating. And you know this will never end. 1 by 3 divide ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So if denominator, if what? Denominator, if you can write as product of 2 power n and 5 power m, where n and m may be any numbers other than 0. So out of means both, out of, means at least you should be able to write in form of 2 power or 5 power or product of both. Then it is terminating. If you cannot write, we say we cannot, if q is not in the form, if q is not in the form 2 power n and 5 power m, then it's non-terminating. Then it is what? Non-terminating. Without actual division we can decide. So let me repeat how to decide, and we'll take some examples also. Number is in the form p by q. Number is in what form? P by q. What is q? Denominator. Take denominator, and if you can write q as 2 power n into 5 power m, where n and m are some numbers, then it terminates. If q you cannot write, if q cannot be written in the form, if q cannot be written in this form, then it's non-terminating. That's it. If you are unable to write, if q does not have factors 2 and 5, then it's non-terminating. If it has to terminate, denominator should have 2 and 5 as factors, or any one should be the factor. 2 ಅಥವಾ 5 prime factor ಆಗಿರಲೇಬೇಕು. We'll see more examples to make, I'll give more examples to make you thorough. Without actually performing the long division, state whether the following are rational numbers while have termination decimals or not. They are asking you to check whether they will terminate or they are non-terminating. So if you read the question, without actual division, they want you to decide whether these are non-terminating or terminating. First one, so 17 by 3215. I told you we are not bothered about numerator. We'll take denominator. Denominator is what? 3215. Do prime factorization. You know, canonical form representation, and we want only 2 and 5 as factors. So I'll try with 5 because ending is 5. So 5 6 are 30, 20, 1 5 4 are 20, 5 3 are 15. So I can write it as 5 6 are 30, 21. 21 means 5 4 are 20, 15. So now we got this number. Then this is divisible by 3. So I can write 3 2 1 5 as product of one of the factor 5 into, and it goes on. We'll have also 3. We'll have one of the factors 3. We'll have one of the factors 3 also, but I'm not bothered about it. So I can write it as 5 power 1 and 2 power 0 into 3 power some m. Since I have 5 as factor, this is terminating. This is terminating. Whereas second one denominator what you have? 243. 243, you don't have 5 as factor, you don't have 243 cannot be written. I cannot write it as 2 power and 5 power. So I cannot write it because 2 is not a factor, 5 is not a factor. Both are not factors. I cannot write it in this form. So this is non-terminating. That's all. Even you no need to do what is that long division. Just you see, for this either 2 should be factor or 5 should be factor, or you should be able to write in the form of 2 power n into 5 power m. 2 and 5 both may be factors, or any one should be compulsorily factor. So here 5 is factor for this. So I can write it as in form of 5. So therefore this terminates. But here 2 is also not factor, 5 is also not factor. This is non-terminating. We'll do more and more problems to understand better. Next, very important from here, irrational number. What is an irrational number? A number which cannot be put in the form p by q. Means if you cannot write in the form p by q, where p and q are integers and denominator should not be 0. If you cannot write in the form p by q, all of you know what is rational number. What is rational number? Number of the form p by q. Number of the form p by q where p and q are integers and q is not 0 is rational. If you cannot write the number, if I cannot write the number in this form, then it is not rational. It is irrational. What is irrational A number, please understand, which cannot be, if you cannot write it in the form p by q, where p and q are integers, is called as irrational. For example, root 2 is irrational. I cannot write it in the form of integer by integer. Root 3 irrational. Root 5 irrational. Simple. Root under imperfect squares are irrational. 2 is not a perfect square. But root 4 is rational, because root 4 I can write it as 2, I can write it as 2 by 1, I can write it in p by q form. But root 2 is irrational, root 3 irrational, root 5 irrational, root 7 irrational, negative imperfect square, negative root 3 is also irrational. Some special cases we'll see. So now I hope all of you understood what is irrational numbers, and you have to be thorough with the examples. What is irrational number? A number which cannot be written in the form p by q. A number which cannot be written in the form p by q, where p and q are integers and q not equal to 0, is irrational. And now irrational best example, root under imperfect square, root 2, root 3, root 5, etc. Now some special concepts on this. Negative of irrational number is irrational. Root 2 is irrational, just now I told you. So negative of irrational number is also irrational. So root 5 is irrational. Root minus 5 is also irrational. Negative of an irrational number is irrational. Then sum of rational and irrational. One number is rational number, the other one is irrational. If you add, you will get irrational. Sum of rational with irrational is irrational. So 2 is rational number, but root 3 is irrational, it is irrational. So 2 plus root 3 is what? Irrational. Because this is rational, this is irrational. Sum of rational plus irrational is irrational. For example, 5 plus root 7 irrational. 8 minus root 7 is also irrational. Rational plus or minus irrational is irrational. Negative of irrational is irrational. Product of non-zero rational number with irrational is irrational. Very interesting. Product of non-zero rational. See, this is rational. Irrational. Root 3 irrational plus rational is irrational. So this is rational. Rational into irrational is also irrational. So we'll summarize. Negative of irrational is irrational. Rational plus or minus irrational is also irrational. And rational into irrational is also irrational. Interesting. Rational number plus or minus irrational gives you irrational. Negative of irrational gives you irrational. And rational number into irrational is also irrational. Now my questions to you. What about root 7? Root 7 is irrational. I told you, root of imperfect squares are irrational. You cannot write it in p by q. Now, what about minus root 7? Because this is irrational, I told you, just now I told you, negative of irrational is also irrational. So, minus root 7 is also irrational. What about 3 plus root 7? Rational number plus irrational is also what? Irrational. What about 5 by 3 into root 7? Rational into irrational is also irrational. Please remember this basics. Rational number plus irrational gives you irrational. Rational number minus irrational gives you irrational. Rational number into irrational is also irrational. Negative of irrational is also irrational. But at the same time, please also remember, rational number plus rational number is rational. Rational number minus rational number is rational. Rational into rational is rational. So rational number into rational number is rational. But rational plus irrational, rational plus or minus irrational is irrational. Rational into irrational is also irrational. Both are different, you will get irrational. Both are same, you will get rational. Like that. Next, prove that root 2 is irrational. Now I need to prove irrational. What is irrational? A number which you cannot write in p by q, where p and q are integers, is irrational. So we need to prove. So prove we'll do by contradiction. So now let us prove by contradiction. We'll prove by what? Contradiction method. So first I am mentioning what is the method. Proof by contradiction. Now for that I'll assume let root 2 be rational. They are asking you to prove irrational. Contradiction means what? False assumption. I am assuming let root 2 be rational. This is my assumption. I am assuming root 2 is rational. What is meant by rational number? A number which you can write, that implies I can write root 2 as what? P by q, where where P and Q are co-primes. Co-primes means what? They don't have common factor other than 1. So P and Q are co-primes. Co-primes. Or P and Q has no common factor other than 1. They don't have common factor other than 1. All of you know 1 is common factor for all. This co-prime means what? Two numbers are said to be co-prime if they do not have any common factor. 3 and 5 are co-primes because for 3 and 5 we don't have any common factor other than 1. So I am assuming root 2 is rational. What is meant by rational number? If you should be able to write in the form P by Q where P and Q are integers and they should not have any common factor. This is our assumption. Now simplify this. So rearrange. I'll write root 2 into Q is equal to P. Then squaring on both sides. If I do squaring on both sides, this will become root 2Q whole square is equal to P square. Or root 2 and square, it will become 2Q square is equal to P square. That implies, please observe, 2Q square is equal to P square means P square is made up of 2. 2 times something means P square is 2 times something. That something is integer, Q is integer, Q square is also integer, 2 times integer. So I can say that implies 2 divides P. 2 divides what? P. That in turn implies if 2 can divide P square, 2 divides P square, 2 can divide P. 2 divides P. That implies I can write P as 2 multiple, 2 times K, where K is integer. Where K is what? Integer. Z means what? Integer. If any number is divisible by 2, I can write it in the form of 2 times integer. Now squaring on both sides again. If I square on both sides, I will get P square. P square is equal to 2 square K square. That implies P square is equal to 4K square. I will continue it here. That implies, you know the value of P square. Here we have P square. What is P square? We have call it as 1. Instead of P square, I can write it as what? 2Q square. So in the place of P square, I will put Q square. 2Q square is equal to 4K square. Or further, that implies Q square is equal to 2 transfer that side, it will become 4 by 2K square, or I can say 2K square. That implies Q square is 2 times K square means integer. I call it as K dash. K square integer. Integer square is another integer. I call it as K dash, where K dash belongs to integer. Therefore Q square is 2K dash means 2 divides Q square. 2 divides Q square. Further I can assume 2 divides Q. That implies so 2 divides Q we got. Earlier I got 2 divides P. Now I am getting 2 divides Q, means for P and Q I have a common factor called 2. 2 can divide P, 2 can divide Q, which contradicts. But therefore 2 divides P and Q, which contradicts our assumption. What is our assumption? Our assumption is P and Q do not have common factor, but I got P and Q are divisible by 2. I got 2 as common factor. So therefore root 2, our assumption is contradicted. What I assumed root is rational. It failed now. Why it is failing? Because I am getting P and Q a common factor other than 1. P and Q both are divisible by 2 I got. Therefore 2 divides P and Q andre eno. 2 P and Q ke common factor ide anta. Means P and Q are not co-primes anta bantu. Therefore my assumption contradicts. So root 2 is what? Irrational. What I assumed rational, but I failed. When I assumed rational, PQ should not get any common factor, but I got PQ or both are divisible by 2. So therefore this is the conclusion. So by method of contradiction we proved it. Let me summarize. If a number is rational number, you should be able to write it in the form P by Q such that P and Q should not have any common factor. So first I assumed root 2 is rational and I wrote it as P by Q. But when I solved, I got P and Q both are divisible by 2. I proved that I failed to prove they are rational. So by contradiction they are irrational. Next we have a similar concept. root 3 plus 3 plus root 5 we need to prove irrational. How can you prove irrational? Just I will take contradiction. 3 plus root 5 is equal to p by q. So let us assume this is a rational and we will finally arrive it is irrational by same method what we have done. So what I mean to say is in my next class and in my next session I am going ahead with problems based on proof of irrational numbers. By the time you just follow what I have done in this and understand, but in my next session I will go ahead with as many problems as possible, and just I gave a sampler here. From this problem only we will be starting our next session. So just recollect this and attend my next session. Till then I will see you. Bye. Thank you.